Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with another subscriber requested video for you. So I have been asked a few times over the last couple of weeks to do a Dua collection video. So I've got 23 full bottles of Dua, and then I've got 9 travel sprays. I have so many samples and I have tested so many. I'm just obsessed with Dua. I just think that they're some of the best. They're just some of the best perfumes. Like, their original creations are incredible. Their dupe fragrances are incredible. I just love them, and I have no plans to stop buying Dua anytime soon. So anyways, I've got a ton here. I'm gonna jump right in. I will say that they will probably run another really good sale over Labor Day. They tend to run the 30% off sales like pretty often, but they tend to do really good sales around major holidays. So this will be a good time for me to put this video out. Yeah, so that you can add these to your list, or any of these to your list if you find, if any of them sound good to you. So anyways, I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna start with my full bottles. It's funny because I've got like 3 different kind of bottles. The bottles all stay the same, but actually the cap has been changed out. So some of these are really old, some of them are, and most of the other ones are pretty new, but I'm gonna start with this one here. This is one of the first Dua fragrances that I ever picked up. This is a fragrance called Caribbean Casino. This is one of their hybrid fragrances. And this is a mixture of Baccarat Rouge 540 and Creed Virgin Island Water. This is so good. I do not even like the Baccarat Rouge 540 scent profile anymore. I'm so completely over it. But this is a fragrance that I will never be over. There's something so good about those 2 fragrances being mixed. So you've got that kind of like fuzzy sweetness that you get from the Baccarat Rouge 540, but then you also get the lime and the coconut from the Virgin Island Water. And it is so beautiful. It's like refreshing and light, but at the same time cozy, sweet, and warm. It's really good. This is one of the longest lasting fragrances that I've got in my collection as well. This is one of those perfumes that you're probably gonna smell like this for a couple of days. This is one of those fragrances that every time I wear this, I will take a shower, I will wash, and then I will still come out of the shower smelling like this, because it takes like days for it to wear off. It's incredible. I love this one. I can't spend this much time on these or we'll be here forever, but this is a good one. This is one I definitely recommend. So anyways, that is Dua Caribbean Casino, especially if you love that the Baccarat Rouge 540 scent profile, but you want something a little bit different. Okay, the next one I have, I don't actually love this one. I hang on to, I'm actually gonna see if my husband will wear this one, because he typically doesn't like fragrances that are quite this sweet, but I've got him wearing Tom Ford Vanille Fatale right now. So if he likes that fragrance, I don't see why he wouldn't like this one. But anyways, this is Drowning in Vanilla from Dua, which is a dupe of Nishane Ani. It's beautiful. It just smells too masculine on me. It's really spicy and gorgeous, but it does really have, like, I don't know, it goes very masculine on me. I don't think I've actually tested this since my skin chemistry changed though, so I'm wondering if now my skin will bring out some more of the sweetness in the vanilla, because it's got a really beautiful sweet vanilla in it. Just my skin pulls out all of the spiciness. It's good though. If you like Nishane Ani, oh my gosh, I think you would love this. It smells just like it, and it's incredible quality. My liquid has darkened up so much because it's just perfectly aged and beautiful. But yeah, I'll test this again this winter and see if it smells good on me now. It never has before, but we'll see. So anyways, that is Drowning in Vanilla. It's a good one. It's just not great on me. Okay, I've got so many Dua vanilla fragrances. The majority of these are vanillas. I love Dua's Gourmands. I just think that their gourmand fragrances are incredible. They're so good. Okay, this one is called Extremely Vanille. I love this. This smells like, this is just like a really creamy, sweet, creamy, kind of buttery vanilla. This is a buttery vanilla. That's what it smells like. It smells like if you just whipped butter, like if you were making a buttercream frosting and but you've only whipped the butter and the vanilla so far. You haven't added anything else. You've just got like a vanilla butter. That's what this smells like to me. It's a very buttery vanilla. It's not overly sweet, but it's definitely sweet enough. I love it. I love it. It's such a good one. So anyways, this is one that I definitely recommend if you're a vanilla lover. I think this is an easy reach for me. This is a safe blind buy vanilla. It's a good one. So anyways, that one is Extremely Vanille. It is delicious. If I can remember what they're dupes for, I don't know. I think Extremely Vanille is a dupe for something. I'll have it on the screen for you though. Yeah, I'll have it on the screen. If it's a dupe for something, I'll have it on the screen because I'm not gonna remember. I'll remember some of them, but I won't remember all of them. Okay, the next one, this is one of my newest. This is the Creme de Chestnut and Vanille Francaise. And this is a dupe of, gosh, I love this. It's funny because this smells like sour chocolate yogurt on my skin. In the bottle, it smells so good though. And I'm thinking that because this one has already like macerated a little bit and deepened up a little bit. And I just think this one's gonna be so good when it's fully macerated. Anyways, this is a dupe of Jousset Chestnut and Vanilla, I think, or Chestnut and Vanilla Cream maybe. It's yummy. It's sweet, it's chocolatey, it's very chocolatey. It's like chocolate chestnuts and vanilla. Very creamy, sweet, deep, tiny bit nutty. It's a good one. I'm really excited to see what this one's gonna be like when it is fully macerated. I think by the time it gets really cold here and I'm ready to pull this out, I have a feeling this one's going to have changed and is just gonna be so good. So anyways, that one is Creme de Chestnut and Vanille Francaise. I love Dua. These fragrances make me so happy. I just love them. Okay, the next one I have is Vanille de Madagascar. This is Farmacia SS Annunziata Vaniglia del Madagascar, I'm pretty sure, which is impossible to get. So this is what I love Dua for the most. They take fragrances that you cannot get anymore and they bring them back. This fragrance, they reformulated it and named it something else. So you can't get the original one anymore. So I'm so happy and grateful that I was able to get this dupe. I'm waiting to hear, I just sent out a package to my fragrance friend Susan with a decant of this. She has the real thing, so she's gonna be more familiar and be able to say whether it's really good or not so good, probably just by nose, which I've got some of a decant left over somewhere. I'm just gonna have to find it so I can test them side by side. I couldn't tell you though, confidently, if this is a really good dupe or not. I'm just not familiar enough with the original. So I'm waiting to hear from her what she thinks. But I love this. This is more of like a light, I don't wanna say light, but this is more of like a lighter kind of perfumey vanilla. It's less gourmand. It's not super sweet. It's like a more refined vanilla fragrance. And I am obsessed with it. I looked desperately for a bottle of the real thing, could not find it, and was so over the moon when I saw that Dua made it. This is why I love Dua so much. They bring back fragrances from the dead, and they're doing God's work. They just released a dupe of Victoria's Secret Pear Glacé. Those of you that are like 90s, early 2000s girls, get excited because that is a fragrance that we have not been able to get our noses on for so many years. Now I'm just gonna need them to bring back Vanilla Lace from Victoria's Secret. If they bring back Vanilla Lace, I will, like, I'll croak. I need somebody to bring that fragrance back. Okay, next is Golden Spice Latte. This is one of their newer releases. This is a dupe of Lush Turmeric Latte, and I love this. This is another one. I've got a little decant of the Lush body spray. I'm gonna have to find it, pull it out, and test it next to this, but just for my memory, this smells really close. It's so good. This is a really warm, very kind of slightly sweet, spicy, but not overly spicy. It's not spicy in the same way that like cardamom is, or nutmeg, or even pepper. It's a smoother spice, which that's kind of how turmeric is in life. Like when you cook with it, it's really flavorful and beautiful, but it's not overly spicy. It's more aromatic than it is spicy, and that's what this is like. And I think this has a little bit of vanilla in it, if I remember correctly, so it's creamy. It's beautiful. Love it. Definitely recommend. Can't wait to get my hands on the rest of the Lush fragrances. They're coming back with Sticky Dates, which somebody told me that Lush is re-releasing Sticky Dates. So anyways, Lush is super expensive though. It's gotten very, very expensive for us here in the States. I don't know about the rest of the world, but Lush has gotten very expensive here in the States. But yeah, I do have a Lush in the next town over from me, so I'm gonna have to go in the store and see what they've got. Okay, next I've got Love Coffee. This is Mancera Amore Caffe. This one I don't love because it's got that kind of metallic musk that you smell in a lot of niche perfumery. It's a very expensive smell. You also smell it a lot in like Suspiro fragrances, or who makes Lyra? Why can't? Oh my gosh. It's the same house, Suspiro, and I can't remember who makes Lyra. Oh my gosh, this happens to me, you guys. It's kind of scary. It freaks me out when something is just, my mind is just so blank. I cannot remember something. But anyway, same house, they use that base a lot. So it's not that it doesn't smell incredible and smell expensive and beautiful. It's just a base that I don't love in fragrance. It doesn't smell very good on my skin. Thankfully, it's not overly like powerful in this. When I did wear this, I was able to smell other things, and that's usually my problem with it, is it's so overpowering. Xerjoff and Suspiro, I think, are the same house. They use that base a lot, so it smells expensive. It smells very niche, but I couldn't tell you. I've never smelled Amore Caffe, so I couldn't tell you if this is a good dupe or not. I'm gonna wait for this one to macerate fully though before I really make a judgment on it, because yeah, I just don't know how I feel about it yet. So anyways, that one is Amore Caffe. No, sorry, that is Love Coffee, which is Mancera Amore Caffe. Next, we've got Soft Vanilla. I love this one. This is exactly what it sounds like. It is a soft vanilla. It's soft, it's a little bit perfumey. It's really not overly gourmand, but it doesn't smell like a candle or anything either. It's really beautiful. This one, I think this has got some white musk in it, so it's got this really beautiful kind of like skin musk, like warm skin musk base. It's beautiful. I need to try layering this with my vanilla musk that I've got from Kumba Made, the oil. I bet these two layered, or I bet this layered over that would just be incredible. This doesn't have nearly as much musk in it as the vanilla musk does from Kumba Made. This is more vanilla than anything. It's definitely a vanilla fragrance, but it does have a really warm kind of skin-like musk in it. It's beautiful. I love this one. I wore this to death when I very first got this. I was wearing this like 3 times a week. You can see I've already got not like a huge dent in it, but I just got this like right before we moved. So I've only had it for a few months. I I love it. So anyways, that one is soft vanilla. It is, I'm pretty sure that's a dupe for something, but I can't remember what. This next one, this was sent over to me from a subscriber. This one is called Carnival Day Dua. This one, I cannot decide how I feel about this. It's like, I like it, but then I kind of don't like it. It's also got, it's got that kind of metallic musk base in it, but the longer that I've had this one and the more that this one ages, the less that I can really smell that base, and the more that all of the other things start to come out. I can't remember exactly what is in this. It's like a mashup of things that you would find at a carnival though, like candied apples, cotton candy, maybe like funnel cake. It's a mashup of like carnival treats. I'm gonna have to test this one again this fall or when it starts to get cold out, and I'll let you know then, because I've been hanging on to this one for a long time, like hoping that it, you know, will macerate and turn into something that I enjoy. And I can tell in the bottle already it smells a little bit different than it used to, so I've got hope for this one. So anyways, that one is called Carnival Day Dua. That's one of the ones that you would think by the note breakdown that I would absolutely love it, but it smells a little different than its note breakdown. Okay, this next one is one of my newer ones as well. This one is called Creamy Blend of Walnuts, and I love this. These also, they went from being 30 mil to 34 mil. So you're getting a little bit more, and and if you get these on sale, you're getting them for such an amazing price. So yeah, 1.1 fluid ounces, 34 mil. I love Dua. So instead of doing what everybody else is doing, which is shrinkflation, they're like giving you less and charging you more. Dua is actually charging you less and giving you more. So that's pretty amazing to be doing the opposite of what everybody else is doing at a time when you could be, you know, going with the flow. Anyways, this one is called Creamy Blend of Walnuts. I love this scent. This is one, I don't even know how to explain this, except that it's sweet, it's a little bit creamy. It's walnuts, but it's not overly nutty. I have a fragrance from Imaginary Authors. I can't even remember what it's called, but it's a walnut fragrance. It's like walnut and whipped cream. The walnut in this fragrance is the same as the walnut in, it's something haze. It's an Imaginary Authors fragrance, something haze. I can't remember what the first word is, but they have the same kind of sweet walnut note in it. And it is so good. This one is a little bit sweeter than the Imaginary Authors one, and it's just a different fragrance. The Imaginary Authors one has like a fuzziness, kind of like the same kind of fuzziness that you get with Baccarat Rouge 540. This one does not. This one it's like sweet and a little bit creamy. You get the walnut, but it's not like a nutty nut. This one, it's really hard to explain, but I love this fragrance. As soon as I tested this from the sample that Laura sent over, I was obsessed. I knew I had to have a bottle of this because this is gonna not only be great on its own, but this is gonna be a really, really good one to layer with if you just wanna add a little bit of like sweet creaminess to any fragrance. I think you could layer this with just about anything and it would just smell good. So anyways, that is one of my favorite Duas. That one is called Creamy Blend of Walnuts. That is one of their original creations and I love it. Okay, next we have Chantilly Vanilla. This one is so good too. I can't remember, this is a dupe of Il Profumier, I can't remember how to say it. I think Chantilly Vanille, maybe. I love this one. I don't think this even has any Chantilly cream in it. It smells like Chantilly cream to me though. I've got a couple of fragrances that have actual Chantilly cream in them, and that's kind of what this smells like. This is, again, not overly gourmand. It's not overly sweet. This is one of those more kind of elevated, kind of more grown-up smelling vanillas, but not grown up in a mature way. Just, it's not overly gourmand. You're not gonna smell like You're not gonna smell super, super edible with this one. It's a little bit more like creamy sweet and a tiny bit perfumey. It's beautiful. I love this one. So that one is Chantilly Vanilla. Next we have Milky Licious. This is Blanche Bette from Liquid Imaginaire. This is amazing. It's funny because I never smelled I think this has got tuberose in it. I never smelled the tuberose until I got the Dua version. I didn't get the tuberose in the real one because I've got a travel spray, or like a very big decant that I picked up off of Etsy. And I never smelled the tuberose in the travel spray of the real one, but I do get it in the Dua. I love this fragrance. This is like a creamy, milky, musky, sweet tuberose. It's so yummy. I love this fragrance. I am going to wear this so much this winter. This is gonna be such an amazing winter scent. It's very close to Blanche Bette too. I just, for some reason, I don't get the florals or the tuberose in Blanche Bette, and I do in this one. But it is very close. They smell very similar. I love this. Such a good fragrance. So anyways, that one is called Milky Licious. Next we have Creamy Tropic Elixir. This is Giardini di Toscana, if I remember correctly. Buon Talenti, I think is what this is a dupe of. This is so yummy. This is, to me, this is like caramel, bananas and caramel. Bananas, caramel, a tiny bit of tropical, a little bit of coconut. It's warm, it's sweet, it's yummy. But it's, to me, this smells like caramel and bananas. It is so good. Sweet, super decadent smelling, really yummy. So that one is Creamy Tropic Elixir. Next, this is one of my favorites. I love Dua's apple scents. I think they do apple so well. This one is called Pomme Trempée, which is a dupe of Kilian Apple Brandy. This is beautiful. This is like it's like a warm, kind of slightly woody, sweet apple. It's really beautiful. It's an apple fragrance that doesn't smell juvenile. It's really beautiful. I've never smelled the Kilian one, but oh, this is so good. And every time I wear an apple fragrance from Dua, I get so many compliments. They just do apple really, really well. I think this has got green apple in it. So it's a really beautiful, like tart apple. It smells like a kind of slightly woody caramel apple. These are like my favorite fall scents. They smell so good. This one is a great transition scent too. This one isn't so heavy that you can't wear it in heat. I wouldn't wear it in super high heat, but it can definitely tolerate like heat. So it's just a great transition fragrance going into the fall. I love this one. So anyways, that is Pomme Trempée. Next we have Amberlicious Cherry. I love this fragrance. I forget how much I absolutely adore this. This is Tom Ford Lost Cherry mixed with Ombre Narguilé from Hermes. So basically it's like a sweet cherry apple pie amber. It's so good. I absolutely adore this fragrance. It's just incredible. Love it. So Amberlicious Cherry. Okay, then we've got Intimate with Vanilla. This is a dupe of Tom Ford Vanilla Sex. And I love this. This has a touch of an animalic quality to it. I don't think it's got any animalic notes in it, if I remember correctly. But it does have a touch, it does have an animalic quality to it. It's got almond in it, if I remember correctly. It's a sweet, syrupy vanilla with a little bit of almond and a kind of animalic quality to it. You lose a lot of that animalic quality on skin. It does go away. This is macerating like beautifully. So beautifully. I just finally, oh my gosh, I made a decant of this back in May for my beautiful fragrance friend Tatiana. It's August. I just got that package out. I'm the worst because that happened the last time I moved too. I was like making decants and getting a package together for somebody, and I didn't get it shipped out until like months later. But hopefully by the time she gets hers, it will be good and macerated for her. It's been sitting in a dark box for months, so hopefully it'll be good and macerated. Anyways, that one is called Intimate with Vanilla, which is Tom Ford Vanilla Sex. It's really beautiful. Next we have Pistachio Cream Delight. This one is yummy. This is a very, very pistachio heavy fragrance, so that's mostly what it is, nutty pistachio. So it's just like a really creamy, sweet, nutty pistachio. It's super yummy. I love this. If you can imagine like a pistachio cream pie or something, if that were a thing, and it might be a thing, I don't know, but if that were a thing, that's what this smells like. It's yummy. It's not overly sweet. It's really, really creamy. It's like more creamy than it is sweet. It's just super creamy and nutty. I love it. It's a true pistachio fragrance. I really, really enjoy this one. So anyways, that one is Pistachio Cream Delight. Next, we've got another apple one. This is my favorite Dua apple fragrance. I am obsessed with this perfume. This is Dua Palm Fire. This is a hybrid of Replica by the Fireplace and Killian Apple Brandy. It's so good. It's everything that I love about By the Fireplace, which is that sweet, roasty chestnut. And then you get the sweet, yummy, crisp Granny Smith apple. So it's like it's just so good. It's a warm, roasty apple scent. It's beautiful. It's perfect for the fall. This reminds me of all the fall things, of crunchy orange leaves, of pumpkin patches, of Halloween, scarecrows, costumes, all of it. That's what this reminds me of. I love this scent. So anyways, that one is Palm Fire, so good. Next we have Tonka Licious. This is Guerlain Tonka Imperial. They also make a dupe of the new Guerlain fragrances. The I can't even remember the names of them, like Tonka starts with an S. I really want to pick those ones up too. They're like $600 for the real thing. The Guerlains are like $600, but Dua makes a dupe of them, so I want to pick both of those up too. I don't know if they do a dupe of the vanilla one or just the Tonka one, but I want them. Anyways, Tonka Licious is Dua Tonka, not Dua, is Guerlain Tonka Imperial. It is beautiful. This is a slightly sweet, kind of slightly creamy, deep, dark Tonka fragrance, and I am obsessed with Tonka, so this is right up my alley. This one may lean just a touch masculine, but the sweetness keeps it from being like overly masculine. I love this one, love it. So anyways, that is Tonka Licious, which is Guerlain Tonka Imperial. Next, we've got the Cologne of Ginger Biscuit, which is Jo Malone Ginger Biscuit. Delicious. It's yummy. It's vanilla and ginger. It's creamy. It's a little spicy. It's amazing. This is another one that I'm just kind of waiting for this one to fully macerate. It's already macerated a ton though since I got it. That's the thing about Dua fragrances. When you first get them, give them a good spray, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 sprays, and then just let them sit. And they will start doing their magic. I love this one. This one is one of the lighter ones, but I've heard, I haven't smelled the original Jo Malone Ginger Biscuit, but I've heard that the original Jo Malone Ginger Biscuit is very, very fleeting, like it just doesn't last very long. This one lasts a very long time. It wears closer to the skin and it doesn't project as well as some of the others, but it lasts for such a long time. Like you can get a good 6 or 7 hours out of it easily. And the only time I wear it was before it was even macerated at all. So anyways, that one is the Cologne of Ginger Biscuit. Okay, next we have dark chocolate, rum, and vanilla. This is Guerlain. Is this Guerlain Gourmand Coquine? I think it is, if I remember correctly. I think it's Guerlain Gourmand Coquine. I'm pretty sure. I love this one. This one, mine is old and mine is fully macerated and it is beautiful. It's a gorgeous chocolate fragrance, like a really beautiful high quality chocolate. I'm trying to remember. I'll have it on the screen for you because I am really bad about being able to remember what fragrances are what. I'm pretty sure it's Gourmand Coquine. Anyways, that one's beautiful. This is one of the lightest and like worst performing Duas that I have in my collection. I haven't worn this one for a couple of years, so I will definitely pull this out and give it a good wear test in the cooler weather. And I'll let you know how it performs. It used to not perform very well, but it may now, I'm not sure. So that is dark chocolate, rum, and vanilla. I absolutely adore it. I don't even care if it doesn't perform. Next, I've got Intense Homme. This is a beautiful fragrance. This is Dior Homme Intense. This is the original formulation, a dupe of the original formulation of Dior Homme Intense, which is the most beautiful iris scent. It's sweet and soft, but it has a really beautiful kind of dense quality to the iris. So it's like fluffy, but it's warm and it kind of has a heaviness to it at the same time. I love this scent. I typically do not wear men's fragrances, and this is very much a men's fragrance. But I love this. It's so beautiful in the cold weather, and I don't feel like I smell like a man when I wear this. I love this one. I can't remember who turned me on to Dior Homme Intense. I think it was a subscriber some years back. I think she sent me a decant of the real thing, like the original formulation. Either that or I picked a decant up from the Fragrance Decant Boutique. Actually, I think I did pick up but I think it was the newer formulation maybe that I picked up from the Decant Fragrance Boutique. I can't remember. But anyways, I fell in love with this fragrance, and then because I couldn't get a bottle of the original formulation, I found that Dua had the original formulation, so I picked this up. I actually think I got this from a Mercari seller rather than from Dua. This is one of the old bottles though. I love this. It's beautiful. So anyways, that is Homme Intense, or Intense Homme, which is Dior Homme Intense. Okay, and then last but not least, for these full bottles, we still have travel sprays to go through. I've got Caramel Pomme Delight. This is Xerjoff Lyra and Kilian Apple Brandy. This is a true caramel apple scent. It is beautiful. I get so many compliments on this fragrance every time I wear it because I smell like a walking caramel apple, and it is incredible. Of the 3 apple scents that I have, this is my favorite one. If I had to recommend one, recommend one of the 3 that I have, I think this is the one that I would recommend. I think this one is the most safe. This one is the most gourmand. It's the sweetest, and it is so delicious. I love it. This is a caramel apple in a bottle. It's incredible. So that is Caramel Pomme Delight. Okay, and then I've got 9 travel sprays. I think this is all the travel sprays I have. I could be missing some, but hopefully not. The first one I have is Princeless Princess. This is Kilian, I don't need a prince by my side to be a princess. I have a travel spray of the real thing. I actually like the Dua version better. It's incredible. This is such an amazing scent. And this is one that as soon as I run out of this travel spray, which I've got quite a bit left, but when I run out of this, I will absolutely be picking up a full bottle. This is such a good dupe. It's stronger, it's longer lasting. This has got, I can't remember what the nut is in this. It's got some kind of a nut. I think it might be pistachio. Oh my gosh, it's got a green tea note in it that is so beautiful. It's just such a yummy scent, and I love this. And I would definitely recommend the Dua version over the original because the original just does not perform super well. I love this. So that is Princeless Princess. It's such a good one. This next one, this is actually an original, a Dua original. And this one is called Her Shyness. And this is beautiful. I usually do not love fruity fragrances, but this is like a clean, fruity fragrance. And I love it. It's got a really beautiful, like crisp, I think it's a red apple note that is in this, and it's a really beautiful crisp apple. Crisp, juicy apple. It's got something clean in it too, like a clean white musk. Almost like the same kind of musk that's in another one that I've got. I think it's, yeah, Dua Therapy, which is a dupe of Tom Ford Pure Musk, maybe. It's a Tom Ford fragrance, I think. Or is it a Initio fragrance? It could be Initio. Gosh, I'm so bad, you guys. I can't ever remember anything. But anyways, Her Shyness is really beautiful. It's like a clean, fruity fragrance, super feminine, really, really beautiful, crisp. It's an apple fragrance. So that is Her Shyness. Okay, next we have Booze and Vanille. I love this one in the cold weather. This is such a beautiful, like warm vanilla fragrance that isn't a gourmand. It's like warm, sweet, it's a little bit spiced smelling. This one leans just a touch masculine, but not so much that I don't enjoy wearing it. I really like this one. I love this because it's not too sweet. It's very, very fall-like. It smells like fall in a bottle to me. I really like this one. So that one is Booze and Vanille. And then we've got Dua Therapy. Again, actually, I think this is a dupe of Initio Musk Therapy. Somebody, though, told me that to them this smelled like Delina, just without the rose. And now I can't unsmell it. And I'm one of the people that I really don't like Delina. It's just not my favorite fragrance. So yeah, I can't unsmell this now. It does smell like Delina without the rose. It's still really nice though. I think it's an Initio perfume. Initio Musk Therapy maybe. I think that's what it is. It's nice, but yeah, I can't unsmell the Delina now. Okay, next we have Caramel Delight, which is Xerjoff Lyra, and this is delicious. And just like with a lot of fragrances, I enjoy the Dua version more because it's stronger and longer lasting, and I really, really love it. Such a yummy gourmand orange caramel, warm. It's beautiful. It's like a gourmand that isn't too gourmand. You don't smell super edible. It still has like a perfume quality to it. I love it. It's beautiful. So that is Caramel Delight. That's another one that as soon as I run out of the travel spray, I will absolutely be buying a full bottle of it. Next, we have Angelic Elixir. This is another one that when I run out of this, I will absolutely be buying a full bottle of this. This is Killian Angel Share. And this is such an amazing dupe of it. It's so good. It's kind of like an apple pie type amber, but if you amp up the spices, it's got so many beautiful warm spices in it, but it's just such a yummy, sweet, syrupy fragrance. It's like a sweet, syrupy, spicy perfume. I love it. I was one of those people that never jumped on the Angel Share bandwagon. Like, I remember when that fragrance was being hyped up to the moon and back. Like, everybody was talking about Angel Share. And I refused to jump on the hype train because I am immediately turned off of something when it gets that kind of hype. But this was one that I was wrong about. Like I understand the hype. It's such a good fragrance. Okay, next we have, this one is called Parfumer Dua Pear, which I think it's a dupe of a fragrance from, I think it's Perfumer H. And I can't remember, Perfumer H pear, maybe? This is like a really, it's funny because it's pear, but I don't even really smell the pear much in this. This is a really, really clean, kind of like clean musk, or clean white musk kind of fragrance. It's very, very clean smelling. I haven't worn this one since I got it, so I really don't remember. I'm gonna have to leave this one out, and this is a perfect time of year for this because this is so like bright and light and clean. But I don't really get any pear. Yeah, I don't really get any pear out of the bottle. I'm gonna have to test this and I'll let you know if it comes out on skin. But if you're looking for a really good, really not at all sweet, very clean, crisp scent, this would be a good one. So that one is Parfumer Dua with pear. Okay, next we've got Vanilla Brandy. I remember not loving this one. This one is so sweet. This is another one that is like fall in a bottle. This is really, really sweet. It smells like a really, really sweet, like vanilla plum fragrance. I don't know if this has got plum in it, but it smells like plum, like really, really syrupy, sweet plum. Yeah, this one is so sweet. I'm gonna have to test this one this fall. Again, I haven't worn this one. I think I made a decant for somebody, which is why I'm missing so much, but I think I've only worn this once. I'm excited though to test this one again this year. It's very, very sweet. I don't remember it being that sweet when I first got it, but so that one is called Vanilla Brandy. And then last but not least, we have Alexandra Short. I just made a decant for my fragrance friend Susan of this fragrance. And this is beautiful. This is a vanilla fragrance. Like at the end of the day, it's a vanilla fragrance. But it's got a really beautiful cleanliness to it. So it's like it's clean and sweet, but it still has like a little bit of a heaviness to it. Like it's got a lot of body. It's really, really beautiful. This one is super unique. I've never really smelled anything quite like this. It's really, really unique. I really like this one. This is another one I haven't worn since I got it. It's because these stay with my travel sprays, which is just a big, huge tub full of a million travel sprays. And I hardly ever get into it. I forget what I've got in there. And then when I do start getting into them, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got so many amazing travel sprays. Like I've got to start wearing them because I have so many good ones. But my Dua travel sprays live with those, and so I forget that I have them. But anyways, you guys, holy cow, this is a long video. I knew it would be because I've got a ton of Dua fragrances. I am not gonna stop anytime soon. I will continue to buy Dua fragrances for as long as they make them because I love them. There are people out there, and I get it, there are people out there that have hundreds of bottles of Dua, and I totally understand. It's so easy to build up a Dua collection because they're addicting. They're so addicting. But anyways, you guys, I do hope that you found this helpful and that you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.